I wish good things to you who's watching this. I am Alexey Pegushev, and with me today is Bogdan Curcan of Romania, whom you might be familiar by his screen name on Board Game Arena, Game Over. And we are about to start the final between the Ukrainian team and the Russian team. So we will be two very salty commentators because my team lost to Russia in the semifinals and Bogdan's team lost to Ukraine in the semifinals. So of course we weren't planning on streaming, we were planning on playing, but I know that's okay. Such is a Carcassonne. And just a facetious question to you. So let's say. Given that we lost in the semifinals, who is it better to root for today? So kind of, are you rooting for Ukraine because that sort of justifies your loss a little bit more that you lost to the champions, or do you want the Russian team to avenge you?
First of all, hi everyone. Hi Alexey, thank you for inviting me today. So I would be rooting for Russia, actually, because they lost so far. So they are in the fourth and they lost every final they played, and I really hope that they will make it today. So I will be rooting for Russia. I believe they deserve one gold medal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody in chat says, I know Elias, so he says Mexico, so we should be rooting for Mexico.
Let's root for Mexico. Yeah, maybe they have such a good team that they managed to win even this finals without participating.
Yeah, they actually have. Yeah. Good. So let's see.
Right. To be honest, I'm kind of like rooting for Russia just a little bit for the same reason that you say, because they've been really strong and they've, I think they deserved to finally win this. On the other hand, I mean, Ukraine, it's always fun to root for the underdog a little bit. They just like a snowplow through this tournament. They already won Russia 5-0 in the group stage. So in the sense, this is already a rematch.
Exactly.
By the way, both the third place match and the first place match were a rematch because sort of Latvia, Romania had already seen each other in the group stage, and Russia and Ukraine had seen already each other in the group stage as well.
Exactly. Yep. And Ukraine is undefeated. This championship is the only team undefeated, reaching, of course, this stage.
Yeah, so it's really hard to say who's the underdog really here.
Exactly.
They have this one new strong player with a screen name Neanderthalica, whose name is Anton Deck. And the reason that's a new player is that because they were mostly playing on the iOS app rather than Board Game Arena prior to this championship.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They will be playing against Yegor Muzikov, a newcomer from Russian team who's an actual newcomer. He's been around in Board Game Arena, but it's his first performance in official tournaments, and so far he has won all his duels. Yep. Then on the second table we have the former world champion Vladimir Kovalev with a screen name someone you know, playing against Anatoly Kravchenko with the screen name Samuelson. On the third table, and that's I think is going to be the most interesting duel, and that's I'd like to start with this. We have Mikhail Zolotukhin of Russia, who I would say is currently already not really Russia's number 2, but Russia's number 1. I mean, he has been really hot recently. He even now is slightly higher rated than Vladimir, and he won Arena a few months ago, and he had a rating above 830 at some point, albeit briefly, but still. And opposite him is Kirill Manikov, I'd say, well, possibly the strongest player in Ukraine right now, although it's really close between Adria Fanalexin and Neanderthalica. So Kirill, I think, won all his duels so far, including the one against the Polish world champion in the quarterfinals. So this will be a very, very hard-fought duel. Then on table number 4 we have Vladimir Chendev, aka 71st, versus Alexander from Ukraine with the screen name Fan Alex N, who has recently cracked 700. So quite a high rating for both these players. And on table number 5 with the screen name Koki, we have Artur Kontrabayev versus the captain of the Ukrainian team, Sergei Zaharenko, with the screen name Zaharik.
Who is routing in the chat for Ukraine, of course. and he said that we should follow the tradition, and Russia loses the final. Let's see.
Following the tradition.
It will be tough anyway. It will be more close than the first match in this championship, I believe. So it won't be a 5-0 for sure. I would say 3-2, and I believe that Mihail Rus against Adrian will be the key in this confrontation. So I also, go for it to watch it. We should check, right? Because they should be starting right now.
I think so, yeah. So let's do it. But yeah, can you kind of monitor the chat for me, please?
Yes.
It's a little bit hard to follow everything.
So I will follow on the second screen also the game.
Thank you.
Also Fan Alexen with 71st.
All right, so they're about to start. Okay, I'm gonna try to be impartial. Like since you're rooting for Russia, maybe I'm going to be slightly rooting for Ukraine then.
Okay.
On the other hand, I like how Mihail plays a lot. Like, he has this style which is very high impact.
Yeah. I played against him the last World Championship. It was tough. Good. A lot of Mexicans, a lot of Brazilians in the chat. Hello to everyone. Thanks for watching this game and us.
I see that Elias mentioned that Mikhail had a devastating loss in the start of the World Championship. Oh, he had many losses. That's the thing. Like, he has been showing outstanding performances in Board Game Arena, and I think a very deep understanding of the game, finding high impact, creative solutions, always fighting for features with a lot of points. Extremely entertaining to watch, like a fearless player. But in these official tournaments, he has not been doing this great. Sort of in the European Championship, he's been doing okay. He showed an excellent performance in the semi-finals, rallying from 0-1 against one of the Latvian leaders, Edžus Kautis, and really like showed a high-level game there. But like in the World Championship, he just kept losing to these lower-rated players. I don't know, this could be something psychological, because to be honest, I also have some trouble playing against lower-rated players. Like especially when I'm expected to win, and like I know I get still nervous and stuff. So if you want to be strategic about the Latvian team, you need to line up somebody who's like rated 400 against me, and then I think that's the best chance. In the meantime, the game is progressing a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, Mihail just closed one city, 8 points, with a slightly advantage. Adrian has started, I believe, with the triangle, and the city which is not finished but attacked by Mihail. Yeah, no open field so far, so it won't be a field battle, I believe. Let's see. What do you think? Mihail attacking the city. Quite risky, but all the tiles are in. My image was frozen, right?
Yes. I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying to sort this, but
it's fine. No issue. So let's see. Starting tile. Okay, starting a new city on the left. Okay, it's a bit aggressive from Mihail. Fisherman says in chat hyper, so he says that play very fast to be the final, right?
That's true, yeah. These actually are
That's
two of the
true.
fastest players. Oh, by the way,
Hmm.
yeah, this is what you mentioned. Like, Mikhail does this kind of stuff a lot, like committing himself to an 88% chance with the city over here. But, it's a high
Hmm.
impact spot. This city will give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 road points, so 16 points from these meeples. And of course, he risks losing once every 8 games, but it's a chance that, of course, he should be willing to take.
Agree. Yes.
So I kind of like Green's position a little bit more, but that of course depends on how soon, if ever, Mikhail is going to draw the key tile.
Hmm. It should be drawn anyway by Mikhail at some point, I believe. Let's see. So he continues the city on the right. What would you do with that triangle if road? Would you attack that maybe 6-point city there?
I would, just for the purposes of neutralizing that meeple.
Hmm.
And it's not like there wasn't any better place to put it. Well, of course, you could have continued your city on the left, but that's not the ideal tile to do so. The ideal tile to do so is something like this, a city cap with a non-finishing road, so that the green meeple remains on this road over here, and the blue meeple gets back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I like this play by blue over here.
Okay. So tight game so far, also on the table, but also on the scoring board. Hello everyone from the chat. So I still keep an eye on the chat.
Oh, so many viewers,
Elias.
so many, so many messages. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Great to see the hype.
Exactly. Yeah. So Elias says that the field should be taken at some point. Yeah, it will be at least 9 points. Agree on that. But nevertheless, there are a lot of caps remaining in the game, and I believe that there will be more fields available in the second half of the game. So I don't know if somebody should rush. Where is the tile? The free city with road.
Oh, and now Adria is going to drop the field. We have the thing with this tile, of course. Oh, I do
No,
not.
no.
I'm not a fan. No, no. I mean, anyway, what do I know? With this, the third place finisher. I'm not in the finals, but Adria missed an excellent opportunity to finish his city and drop a field meeple over here. Because it's not somebody who had take this field, it's blue who should be taking the field as a compensation to the city that he's about to lose. So typically when there is like a city, oh yeah, there we go, and Mikhail has it.
Here you go. Yeah.
Now the question is, will he drop a field meeple or will he take 2 points? I still like 2 points a little bit better. But and this is exactly what he's thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, do I like 2 points a little bit better?
Is it? You let the opponent to take the field on the next.
Oh yeah,
move.
I was kind of asking this question, so maybe I even like grabbing the field. Well, let's see. No, he takes the 2 points. Just because you get to have your meeple back. And so he would be trading a whole meeple just for the advantage. And so this is something. Yeah, okay. You see, now Adria needs this tile somewhere else. I don't know. I think somebody needs to take this field soon. And again, Mikhail, maybe he could drop this road over here. He's getting very greedy. He's going to. Okay, now he's going to take this field. So he wants.
Yep.
He wanted to take stuff with tempo. That's actually very. In modern Carcassonne, that's an important concept, and he didn't do it. I don't. It looks
And
like
not
a
even
good
with...
field. Yeah, because I would do that, just so that kind of preempts blue. Because if blue draws something like this starring tile or a city with a road, then he will.
Here is the field meeple on Adriar's side. On
But
the
that's
monastery.
actually perfectly fine, because that's not the best field meeple in my view. Much better was to take this 5-point monastery or something else with the monastery as a monastery. Because the thing is, now Mikhail will make sure that this field doesn't grow too much. He's really, just imagine if he draws one more straight road and puts it over here, this field is over. And if he manages to block his city, then blue will remain with 6 points over here. Mikhail will have the 3-1 points advantage in the mini battle of these two meeples. So, I mean, things are looking really good for Mikhail as a result of this city. Yeah. So, if blue wants to win this game, blue needs to get this meeple back ASAP, and then he will have a fighting chance. Hopefully, block this meeple which still has a 50% chance of getting out, and then Kirill can do something. If not, then I probably see it's more likely to be Mikhail's game.
Exactly. He has a good advantage now, sharing the big cities. Too many points for Adria in the rest, so the board. Okay, Sheriff Road.
Oh, Mikhail thinking
just looking
for
on
the first time.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I see there's a position at this point, but now Mikhail drawing just excellent tiles with more city caps, and the more city caps he draws, the more city caps do not go on Adriar's field. I don't know if this game is just winnable at all for the Ukrainian player. But this is how it's very often with Mikhail games. It's rare that they are decided on the last tile or something. It's like either he wins very quickly or he loses very quickly, and this appears to be a case for the former.
Yeah, Adriar is growing and growing. I know 26 points at least on my screen.
Yeah.
I believe you have interconnection issues, right?
It could
Alexey,
be. It could be. Although I was literally just like super fine before the stream, but of course it always happens like this. Well, we'll think of something.
In the meantime, I'll just close monastery with the road and place the a farmer on the field. 6 points, quite good. Neutralizing the field of Adriar on the left with 9 points there, and not very big chances to develop further. And Mihail managed to connect to the city on the right, which is again fine.
Yeah, and should really enough. Oh, and he's also blocks this field. This is very painful for. And Adriar can't even take this field. Oh yeah.
And he had the tile in hand, right? The simple cap.
Exactly. So Mikhail denying Adriar the 7 points, now denying him again the opportunity to extend his city.
Yeah. So all the big cities, are split between them. They are equal on them, and fields almost equal. Differences too big in favor of Mihail. So we have a first win here, I believe.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Well, I see one remote opportunity is that, let's say, if Adriar draws the remaining CCCR, so triple city with the road, places it over here, connects to this big city, maybe something can happen, because there's still one triangle remaining, I believe, but of course it doesn't help that Mikhail draws the tile that Adriar needed over here, so the play with the green meeples will likely add 4 points to his scoreboard.
Now it's so Neanderthalica won the first game. We can put 1 to Neanderthalica against Ulster maybe. It was a convincing win, around 40 points, I believe. They already started the second one. Okay, someone as the guys in chat mentioned, he plays without meeples. A lot of monasteries started in his game. a bit behind, so Samuelson has a good advantage with 3 meeples in hand.
Oh, but
Actually,
that's
yeah.
typical for Vladimir. If you remember on my channel, there's a video called "The Most Dramatic Game of 2021," and
Yeah.
in that,
Mm-hmm.
Vladimir found a comeback with having like loads of meeples trapped on monasteries that gave him points, but it somehow navigated through a massive meeple disadvantage and managed to almost miraculously win that game. So perhaps. I know that Vladimir saw that video, so maybe he decided to plan something like that again.
Mm-hmm. Zaharik is almost finishing his game against Artur Kontrabaev, Cookie. I believe Artur closed one big city because he's 40 points ahead, but Artur has the fields, which are really interesting. Let's see. It's not over. Okay.
In the meantime, Adria attacks a city, but just not the kind of city that I was that I was saying. Perhaps all the triangles have gone out. But I think there was one, two, three, four, five. Yeah. Okay, all of them are gone out. So what are you hoping for? I guess a triple city.
Yeah. No, they're out. I
There
don't
was a
see
triple
your
city.
As a simple one, right?
A simple one, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not enough anyway.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like if you have a 0% chance of winning, I mean, you still just have to make some moves, and you might as well increase your point total. In some tournaments, this is not a tournament like this, but in some tournaments, for example, in the Latvian national championships, point differences are considered tiebreakers. Perhaps it's the same in the Ukrainian championships, which is why the players are sort of trying to minimize the difference.
Mm-hmm. And Mikhail drawing the triple city, but it was anyway already lost by Adrar.
Yeah, it's like an interesting situation, you know, like when you're winning and then you also get some extra luck at the end, as we see Mikhail once with 30, then, you know, everybody can say, oh, we just got lucky, but no, wait a second, I didn't even need this to win, okay, you know, I can like give that tile back and show you that I would have won either way, but okay, that was a quick game. Do you want to stay with this pair or look at somebody else? Because I think you mentioned that there were some tighter duels somewhere.
Yeah, I would stay with this one because if they finish quick, then we can then switch to others, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people watching this are blocked by Mikhail Rus. I know it's very common. I manage somehow not being blocked, but yeah, I can watch his games.
I know that he well in his profile he's in the description he says no chat, and I assume that could be the reason for blocking.
Zaharik won the first game, so fields were not enough for Artur. 11 points, so you can put 1-0 to Zaharik.
Yeah, we'll do so right in a second. I was actually surprised that Sergei Tarakanov, Sarge T, was not listed for this game in the Russian lineup because he won his semifinals game quite convincingly. And I think generally is like in a stronger shape. Oh, that's the kind of thing that Mikhail does, you know, sort of committing a meeple to 3 tiles. But then it will come with extra impact because he will also grab this road over here as he finishes. Yeah, whereas Artur Kontrabaev was the only one to lose his semi-final duels. But I think every team has their own team selection procedure, and the Russian team, I think they hold some kind of internal selection, and they also look at arena results and all kinds of other things. So it's not just like, you know, you win, you stay, you lose, you don't stay. And I expect they know what they're doing, and maybe Arthur will find a way to make a comeback. Yeah, as we see now, Adria, of course, taking this, what's about to become a 6-point road, and now Mikhail will have a choice to make. If he gets this tile, the choice would be, well, does he score the city points and the field points, but give Adrier 2 meeples, or does he just stay put with this lone 2-point meeple, but with the benefit of trapping 2 blue meeples? And I like situations like this because depending on at what stage of the game this tile comes and what the other situation is, then it could be either advantageous for Mikhail to put this tile over here, or not advantageous for Mikhail to put this tile over here. So it's going to be like really a standoff situation that will be interesting to watch. A difficult decision now for Adrier as well. Bogdan, what would you do if you were blue with this tile? Like, where would you start your city?
On the left, I believe, just to block the road of Mikhail. So if I started on the right, obviously I would get blocked to the city I've started. It's a not convenient position for blue anyway, on the right. But yeah, I would start it on the left because it's not on the field of Mikhail. Of course, having good chances to be on the field soon, but at least, yeah, maybe I want to block that road of Mikhail. So let's see. Adrian is okay. So he started very fast, and now he's taking a lot of time to think, even if it's the beginning of the game. You don't have too many tiles to count. Okay, interesting option.
So he's trying to fight for the bigger city, or at least constrict it. He's also pre-building a road, which Mikhail is taking. So that's where perhaps I kind of like your suggestion a little bit more.
I don't like to give to my opponent the opportunity to take for that city. Okay, I want to attack a city, another city, but if I don't want to take 4 easy points, I don't like this. Okay, let's see. So Mikhail defending the attack of the city.
Actually, I don't think so. I think I think he actually wants to block this square, because it's not likely that he will retrieve this meeple, because there's only one tile remaining that fits in this hole, and Mikhail wants to make sure that this monastery is also blocked, so he will complete a city, block this spot, and then just have well, really balanced situation. So there will be an 8 point for this blue monastery, while they are 6 points for this green city over here. And okay, maybe he will like add 1 or 2 tiles, and that will be 7 or 8, just enough to match this monastery. So
yeah.
And that's actually if somebody is an intermediate player, so bear this in mind. Like, don't try to complete cities which are unrealistic to complete. Just realize, okay, this is going to be blocked. Like, what's the maximum that we can benefit? Mikhail here with an interesting decision. So instead of taking 3 points, which I think Mikhail would normally do for this row, check this out. He could have taken with this monastery tile 3 points and then expanded his field and then also started an attacking platform on this blue city over here. But instead he went to the monastery, and you know, it's never really wrong to meeple a monastery. Monasteries are great, but it also has a downside that he's creating another field for 6 points, an empty field, and when you have a field yourself already, you want to avoid creating fields in other spots, because Adria now has more meeples, and Adria will be more likely to meeple this field than Mikhail. Well, will he do it now? He does not do it. Interestingly, well, what's Mikhail gonna do? You know what? I think Mikhail, like, knowing him, he might just drop the divider here and add a second field meeple, and that's exactly what he does. Maybe Adria missed some kind of opportunity here, just trying to build this simple road. On the other hand, that's some compensation, 5 points for the road, and then he's gonna get 4 points. And also, check this out, this road like nicely covers green's field over here. Oh, Mikhail's now without meeples. Sorry, I've been yapping quite a lot. What do you think about the situation, Bogdan?
So Mikhail invested a lot in the fields, but just a short comment. Friends in chat ask us to update the course. So if you would be kind to put 1 point to Zaharik, I believe.
Oh, yes.
In the meantime, Fan Alexen won, and is 1-0 against 71st. This is interesting. And Samuelson and someone you know about finish. Not yet. Last tiles. I will let you know. So the high, I believe I have a little lag if your yeah
Oh, could be.
stream could be, yes. So you asked me what if so he invests a lot in in future points and field meeples, for example. Like this one he invested, but now he's with 2 meeples back, so he had good chances to take back the meeples. Again, a good advantage for Mihail. One big city started on the right for Adrar. I believe Mihail wants to attack that as soon as possible.
Yeah, he
Let's
has
see if
to.
he, yeah,
I actually
yeah,
love
it's
the
too
move
big.
that Mikhail just made with his triple tile. There's so much depth of thought behind it. Because, well, first of all, there
Yes,
was nowhere else to
yes.
put this tile, and he kind of took away potential points from Adrier, but he also made sure that he leaves an empty city cap that is not advantageous for the player with the blue meeples to take. So if Mikhail draws a city cap, then he will able to take 4 points with tempo, because he will be also creating an attacking platform on blue city, and these kind of small things really add up. I like what Mikhail is doing here. He's setting up himself for another successful outcome in this game. On the other hand, if Adria manages to complete the city and perhaps even drop a field meeple or something just to grab the small 6-point field over here, well, then with his meeple advantage he can possibly fight back quite a bit. So now, if you are Adria, probably you don't have any chance for fighting Mikhail's field, but do you think it's worth to take the monastery places over here and drop a field meeple if you're blue?
I don't know what to say. I don't think I would do that. Maybe. I don't know. Just one sec. In the meantime, someone won with a tie.
Of
So
course.
Samuelson started, but the game, ended with a
Of
tie.
course he did.
So there is 1 point to Russia.
Oh, I have
So I don't
to
know.
review this
You asked
game
me about
later
the
on.
field.
Vladimir already won
hmm
with with a tie in this championship in the quarterfinals against the Belarusian player Ivax with 113 to 113. Also, that was a very weird game, and to be honest, like Vladimir made some unorthodox stuff, but managed to pull the rabbit out of the hat. But that what makes you a world champion.
hmm
Elias saying
In the
interesting
meantime,
that yeah,
Adriar,
yeah.
Managed to close the big city, which is quite good for him. Also dropping a field meeple, 6 points. Can you see it? I believe so, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just sort of thinking.
hmm
I mean, in the meantime, Elias says that whenever a lower-rated player like wins a higher-rated player, it's usually because they bet on an unlikely city and they manage to close it. Well, actually, that's exactly what happens in the group stage game between your brother Marian Curcan
hmm
and Paul Scoutis. There, your brother being by far the rating favorite, but Paul's managed to win 1 point because he basically bet all game on like one
hmm
gigantic city with something like 44 points,
hmm
and the score
Yeah.
was like 91 to 90, I think.
Yeah, 92 to 91, but it was 1 point difference. In the meantime, Nandartalika won the duel, so it's 1-0 for Ukraine. Somehow expected.
I'd say
So we
expected
have one.
because at the moment, thank you so much, by the way, for the updates, everyone in the chat. That's super appreciated.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Anton had been hot in this tournament, and I think with this victory, he will be the MVP of this championship. Because I think he just won every duel,
hmm
whereas it seems to me that the rating favorite is so far winning in all duels. I've noticed something interesting
There's some.
um,
hmm
about the finalists in general. The top 5 teams in these championships are from Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I also saw that. Yeah, you're right.
So it's like Ukraine and Russia in certain order, Latvia, Romania, and Belarus. So we could speculate on the reasons for that, but I'm not sure about like Romania exactly, but at least Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, and Latvia, they do share information a little bit. For example, like I watch the Russian streams a lot that Vladimir Kovalov and Vladimir Chenzov do, and like learn something from there.
Hmm.
And I mean, Romania was just generally a strong team always, and like the fact that in the match for the third place, which Latvia won with 3-2, like, and also we like according to the games it was 6-6, so Latvia won 6 game and Romania won 6 games, so it was like one of the closest matches possible. But the fact that we struggled so hard, like against the second Romanian team basically, because all the so Romania had the players lined up who played the least in the championship, rather than the rating favorites. It just shows like how strong the Romanian team actually is, because there's more than 5 strong players that are capable of playing at the highest level. Well, Bogdan,
thanks for that, and
Yeah.
and sorry for that because we didn't line up the best team, but
Oh, no!
it's fine. We don't have weak players.
I know,
As you said.
as I said, like it was a difficult match for us. So if anything, the fact that you did not play there was quite helpful, I think.
Hmm. Okay, you're about to ask me something, right?
Oh yeah, I was
Sorry.
about to basically ask some generic questions like sort of what's the secret, like how do you think your team is able to show such a consistent performance at a high level in both European and the World Championships? I think you're finishing in the top 4 for the 4th time in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, last time in Euro we lost against Ukraine, so we didn't play any semi-final because we lost in the quarter-final. But in the rest of the championships we played all the semi-finals. Actually, we don't have a secret, so we don't train together. We have very good individuals, so we don't have any secret. For example, this year, all the players that we lined up in this championship were at least once in Essen. So they played the World Championship in Essen at least once, all the players, all the 8. So I believe we have really good team. So no magic recipe, I would say.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Now Mikhail finally gets the Dorito. As I like this name so much. Like the English speakers need to adopt this. And now in this situation, of course, he needed it the most because this meeple is not coming out, and he's getting meeple, adding himself field points. Well, also Adria are making a little mistake here, missing the chance of getting +3 points by connecting to Mikhail's field. Like, what was that about?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure, like, could that have been decisive? Probably. No.
Yes, I would.
Everybody's saying GG, but come on, like, it's going on. Like, just let the players make their last move.
They started, right? One sec. Adria started with GG, and I don't know. I don't speak Russian.
Oh, it's like,
Seems like GG from me. Okay.
Just make that last move already. Come on, like, score those 3 points. 4 points, sorry, over here, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Funny comments in chat. Secret is to be kept secret from Fukuda from Brazil. A lot of Brazilians. Thanks for joining. Actually, also Mexicans.
That's great. I think maybe Brazilians getting their dose of Carcassonne, because I think in Brazil there's an important tournament today, something like the. Can you tell me, is that like the Brazilian team national championship, something like that?
Yes. So I really like that they really invest in future. So they invest in new players. They invest in learning everybody to have a strong place, and yeah, I really like it. And they
Yeah,
have they do have this tournament.
and yeah, Brazil has done so much for Carcassonne, as we see Mikhail is winning +9 over here. Well, the best Adria could have done is lost +8 rather than +9. Right, congratulations for Mikhail on, I'd say, deserved win. I kind of like what he did more, being proactive with this field over here, recognizing his decisive power, dropping a second meeple to secure this field. Again, recognizing that these 12 points would be decisive, and just like, he's very good with prioritizing over here. Did not shy away from placing his last meeple when the situation mandated. So congratulations to Mikhail L, and well done, Kirill, for putting some resistance. All right, so it's 1-1. So whom shall we watch next, and what was happening in the other games?
Scoring complete at Zaharik. Let's see who won that. Cookie. So Arthur just won the second one. So we have a decisive game between Zaharik and Arthur Kontrabayev. Van Alexey 71st, 15 tiles remaining. I would say to move to, I don't know, someone you know, to Vladimir. They play a little bit slow, but we have time to watch also the chat. Now
Yeah.
Humberto says that they have a teenagers championship, a young teen, 10 years old, won the first place. That's cool.
That's amazing.
So it's
That's
really
just,
cool.
I mean, like Brazil has done so
Yeah.
much for Carcassonne in the last couple of years.
Yes. And they have a very good result this World Championship, right? With Melvin finishing
Oh
runner-up.
yes. This, like, the actual World Championship. Yes, sort of Melvin took his
Yeah.
long-deserved offline achievement. In the Team World Championship, they weren't doing so well for some reason, even though they were, I think, well, quite a strong team. So definitely should be feared.
Yep.
All right.
So I don't see your screen, but what do you say? To watch Samuelson against someone you know?
I kind of wanna look at Zakarenko because they will be playing slow, and maybe they will have a
Okay.
decider. And it's nice to watch the games from the start. I think, if that's correct, that they're just starting.
They didn't start the third game. They took a break. Yeah, it's curious. I saw in the chat from Fisherman, Samuelson and Tark never played since today in the same lineup. And I know Samuelson is a very good and strong player. He defeated my brother last time, but he played only once. He won against Ludeselis, a very strong player, and afterwards he never played. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, speculation. Good. Let's see. Did they start?
Well, they
No.
did not start, so
Not
I
yet.
think we can catch a glimpse of this game and then move to the other ones as soon as they start, because it's kind of hard to catch it from the middle. Well, what Vladimir has going on for him is the massive advantage in their individual history, because I think Vladimir won 25 games and lost 3, something like this, like in
Okay.
just casual and arena games. Against Samuelson, but well, there was a similar situation in the semifinals, as prior to starting my duel against Yegor Muzikov with the screen name Alstermary. I had won, I think, 30 out of 35 games, but we all know how that turned out. So anything can happen. Oh, okay, now Vladimir wins this game with this tile.
Yeah,
There's no way. And he's, I don't know, is he slow rolling now? Just, of course, this goes here with the meeple, just no questions asked. Plus 18 points on the scoreboard, this nice monastery over here. Yeah, he will be letting in the red meeple into the field, but that just does not matter at all.
Even if Samuelson drew the last convenient tile for someone you know to connect to the big city. But yeah, and closing on 8-point city, but not enough, as you said. But yeah.
Ooh, wait! Is there a splitter left?
Yes.
So
It's only one,
Samuelson
right?
still theoretically can
No,
can
one. Yes. Yep.
separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he can finish
Yes.
off this
Can
huge
separate and
city.
close.
Раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть,
Yes.
семь, восемь. Well, but not now because he cannot protect this square, and all
Hmm.
8 triple cities have already been out. So if someone gets any kind of city tile, then he'll just be able to
But
block this. But he's not getting the
he
city tile.
doesn't.
But again,
But Samuelson
Samuelson doesn't
again.
get the defense. Okay,
Yeah.
we have to watch how this resolves.
Yes. Yes. Indeed. And also, yeah, Elias is right. He can close the 10, 12 point city depending on the shield that he receives. But if he draws this triangle, then definitely he will try to close the huge city, not closing that one.
Exactly.
Let's
Because
see.
he has
Let's
to
see.
risk hard in order to win this game. And
Yes.
like this city is his win condition.
Yes. Let's see.
Wow, actually city
Well.
or field.
Hmm. I would say city now.
Yeah. Do you think Red
There are-
can win if he just keeps this ruin, grabs some 4 points over here, and then just wins the field
No.
outright? Do you think that will be not enough?
If he wins the field, maybe, yeah, it should be enough. If he closes the upper city, keeping the ruin, but that. So, yeah. But Samuelson now shouldn't trust Meeple on the field. But, yeah. It's a big link. Do we still have starting tiles? I count 3. Should have one, right?
Yeah.
Do I miss something? Yeah. So we still have one starting tile.
I wonder like what.
So also that city.
Hmm.
Yeah, please.
Oh, I think I see what Samuelson is thinking about. So instead of 4 points, which I still like the best, he could also consider dropping another city cap in his field next to his monastery.
Mm-hmm.
But he just goes for the 4 points, which I probably like best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Elias is no, yeah, I prefers to block ruin. But Elias is right. Vlad have taken the field on the left with 6 points attacking. Yeah.
That is possible.
Yeah. Anyway, Vladimir has more power now to attack the field furthermore, and there are some spots left, so I see it happening. I would say. Why would you do that if you were somewhere else on?
I guess he wants to.
Why? But there are no tiles, so you can get blocked with that Mivo, right? Because there are no remaining tiles. If Vladimir puts a city to the road and blocks also the monastery.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I like turning this city cap upwards. I mean, I guess he just wanted to drop another city cap in his field and score something for that.
But yeah, not there. Maybe very close to his upper farmer, right? Field meeple.
Yeah, but then it would be
maybe
adding a
and
point
maybe to the left.
Well, then that would be
you're
blocking
right,
himself.
you're
Like there's
right.
no good play. I think next to the monastery is fine as long as you point it upwards. There are not many triangles left in any case. What was that? Like, do I not understand something? Like he just dropped the city cap as if he's saving the spot, but this spot is not savable anyway. Like there's nothing that fits here.
In the meantime, Fan Alexon won the duel. Thank you for that in the chat. They are asking if I have a connection issue or sound issue. I believe that it's you, Alexey.
Sound issue could be. I don't know. I mean, I just checked my speed. The speed is fine. I think there's some occasional disruption, but I'm also recording this, so if you miss something that Bogdan says, I'll upload the recording where everything sounds very, very nicely. I think it should be fine now, more or less. I hope.
So you can update the panel, Alexon. He won
2-0.
Yep. 2 points in the last game. It was a close one, but yeah, just won and decisive games. Zaharik and Vladimir.
So,
Decisive for the match. So let's see what's going on.
Well, I mean, this one Vladimir will win. I think so.
Yeah, so it's it's a big point for Russia because he won with the tie in the first game.
So so it's all about Zaharik and Artur Kontrabayev. So far, everything is kind of following the scenario we expected. The rating favorites are winning, and in the closest match between Artur and Zaharik, where I think Zaharik is still the rating favorite, it's now a tie. Do you know if they started their decider yet?
Yes, they started in the meantime. So Elias says that maybe he wanted to keep the field separated, but I don't know. Maybe increasing the stake and attacking with all the forces the big field, maybe it would have been better for Samuelsson this game. But it's not anymore, so they connect. Vladimir attacked from one spot. He has the third meeple attacking the field from the left. I didn't count the simple curves but if you put it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nope, no simple curves.
7, 8, yeah.
With one
right,
crossroads,
right.
I think. No crossroads. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So Samuelsson's winning then. This field is massive. And this rune is massive. And Samuelsson will now just get +7 over here.
But the field is for both, right? So it's
No. The field
not
is for Samuelsson. Oh, I'm being silly.
Why
The field is for both. I mean, it's again Vladimir with his green meeples. Like these world champions, they just do this camouflage thing. It's so annoying. I'm being nice to others. I'm playing with yellow meeples. Some players use black. Black is the best. It's the nicest.
Somebody says cap with right, but it's not. It's out.
Yeah.
So it's out. So yeah. So well, no matching tile there.
And I think Samuelsson with a misstep here, he kind of scored 4 points over here, but he created a 6-point field, which Vladimir is going to take now.
For sure, yes, definitely. If I now the starting tile, but it's quite late.
Well, it's actually still going to give him what's +6, right, over here.
Yeah, but +6, but he finishes with a lot of meeples in hand. I mean 2 meeples in hand.
Yeah, that's a miscalculation. And I think if still Samuelsson should win this, no? It's going to be close.
But with 2 monasteries and 2 fields, small fields of 6.
The small fields of 6, those were decided. And in fact, Vladimir wins +6. Yeah, so the game was actually closer than we expected. So after this massive monastery that he drew over here, apparently Red had some winning chances. And I think the thing that cost Red the game is kind of meeple mismanagement in the end. He left with 2 meeples. 2 meeples is more than enough to score 6 points. So something to think about that final scenario.
Yeah,
you need
to... Let's move to the decisive of the decisive.
The decisive for
today.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good analysis to be done here, but
I just very like to get carried away with the minutia. But let's just at least show the screen.
Yeah. So in the other game, Zaharik with a big city started. Let's see if there are no tiles, so that's a ruin. There are no tiles left to complete the city. Yeah, and Arthur with a nice field on the lower part of the board.
And on the upper part as well,
Tight
although
field.
this city is tied with Zaharik. That ruin, by the way, it's a perfect example of an imbalance. 11 points for the ruin, 12 points for the field. So those sort of cancel each other out. And also, this ruin has an attacking square, which probably Arthur would want to use. On the other hand, this field also has an attacking square on the left, which Sergei would want to use. So lots of symmetry here. But somehow, the Ukrainian player has the extra meeple, and this could be decisive in a balanced position like this, because this guy is not coming out ever, and will remain there with 3 points. So, actually Arthur is in a very difficult position. In order to win this game, I think he needs to tie this ruin, and then protect his field. If he manages to draw a triple city like this and to drop it over here, that would be an excellent tile for him. And now I think it's a misstep. From Arthur, you kind of want to be making moves like these, dropping city caps in your field, but you do not want to create new joining squares. So I think a move that turns the city cap the other way is a better decision. Well, I mean, you are
so
Bogdan,
all the big
you are
cities
the in big
on this
fields.
map are. Yeah, my brother is the expert on the big fields. He places meeples, very soon on the fields. But yeah, please go ahead.
Oh no! Well, speaking of your brother, but like if there was a funny game when he played in the against Ukraine, I think it was against Fan Alexey, where he like placed these two field meeples really prematurely, and that field ended up being very small. So that was. So sometimes your brother also tries a little bit too hard with the fields.
Yeah. Somehow, Zaharik failed to defend the city, the big ruin, and now Arthur just attacks it. If I were Zaharik, so he wants to
win
close.
Condition there.
Yeah. So he wanted to close 8-point city and afterwards place a field meeple. I mean Zaharik, but he failed in defending the ruin. I would have done that with that triangle with road,
Yeah, I think that actually was quite important. I mean, I see what Zaharik is trying to do. He's trying to finish the city and also attack this field, and maybe he will be successful, but
Yeah.
Wasting a cap on closing the opponent's ruin. In certain situation, not with this one. So it's a common move when your opponent is about to start a ruin to actually just spend the city cap to make sure that the ruin doesn't grow. But at this stage of the game, it's too far. You don't. And also the tiles with which red can grow this ruin are already out pretty much, like all these big city pieces. So all you have to do is just leave it open so that you can join there yourself. There's just too many points. Well, assuming that this gets tied, there's lots of symmetry in the position again. Well, but if Zaharik can manage to retrieve this meeple, which I think is not hard to do, I still give the Reds advantage in this game. Like, this lonely guy will be a big problem. And
so Zaharik now closing the small city 4 points with an extra meeple.
Yeah. Well, I think he's thinking maybe he's considering like closing a city here and then trying to block off this connection, but I kind of feel that this is pretty urgent because Arthur is trying to start an attack on this red meeple over here.
Let's see if Arthur manages to... Oh, he manages to connect. Good. to steal the city a bit.
Yeah, but Zaharik immediately draws back-to-back city caps.
Yeah. Now we have the fields tight. We have the big cities tight. We have meeple blocked on 3 points from Cookie, from Arthur. You said that it might be decisive. Also that road with 6 points. I don't know what to say.
Oh, okay. Excellent tile for Arthur. He can get his meeple back.
Yes, and he needs it. He definitely needs it.
Yeah, that was kind of his win condition right there. Here,
so
Sergey trying to connect to the field on the other side, but it's kind of a really 50-50 thing, because if Archer gets the curve, he bends it downwards and cuts off this red meeple, but if red gets the curve, he bends it upward and gets onto the field. However, I think actually in this situation like this, red has the slightly better chances, and you know why? Because the 4 crossroads like this, the T crossroads that could be used by blue to cut off the red meeple, are already out. And also there is still one more monastery with the road, so in fact there's one more tile that's suitable for red. And there are some scenarios in which blue draws this tile over here, the curve, bends it outwards, kind of downwards, and then in the next move, red gets a monastery and connects the meeple anyway. So, not the easiest position for blue, but currently blue with the meeple advantage. How do you utilize this meeple advantage? You gotta conjure up some cunning field connection, maybe over here on the left, on the right, through this spot if you're desperate, or maybe let's just check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight roads. Maybe just go 4 points. Check this out. You can place this over here, place the meeple on the road, and then like score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 road points. That also like not the worst move. Possibly not in the position like this where like it's all about that field. But
in the meantime, Zaharik defended the attack of the field from the left, upper left corner. I believe that, as Marian says in chat, I believe that Arthur still has power to counter-attack the fields, right? So maybe he can place 3 points meeple on the field on the right, and waiting if Zaharik connects, then he also connects easily with a road.
That's true.
He should attack, definitely. He should attack definitely the...
Yeah.
Interesting.
I see what he does. He made the connection spot.
Yes,
so that with a straight line.
But here you go, because Zaharik should go for it now. It's a winning condition for him.
Yeah.
Right? So he should go for it. Mihail Rus definitely would have gone for it. Yeah. Created a spot indeed. I didn't count the curves.
Well, there's still 1 crossroads remaining, if I'm not mistaken, so that's by itself is good enough. And then,
so Elias says to leave 6-point city, but there are no triangles, simple triangles, Elias. So it's not a 6-point city anymore there. So here you go. He goes for it. Now, the monastery is joined by Arthur. Interesting, right?
Yeah, and actually Arthur might do a lot of things with his monasteries. So he might, well, actually, if for Arthur 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just grab some road points. I don't know, or maybe you grab the 3 points over here, and then on the next move you place a meeple to counter this guy. Basically, I think what Arthur should need to come up with is like, how can he win without the top field? That would be the question.
Yeah, top field is only 9 points, right? So it's not that much. If you take an 8-point monastery here or a 5-point road, it's still fine, right? Here you go, 5-point road, and you still have 2 meeples. Even he connects both. Let's see, boy. Both it's a bit tricky.
Yeah, if it's both, it's GG.
For sure.
But,
Yes. He needs the curve in both cases, right? So Zaharik, I mean. So if he manages to isolate the attack from the right, I mean Arthur, then it's very easy for him to win. Okay, so the hierarchy. Oh, here is the curve, and
That was the
he will
50-50,
just
and that was the last one. He,
yes.
he
That
doesn't he doesn't even need to place it here, because that was the last one.
okay. I didn't count yet the curves, simple curves. Yes, you're right, the last one. So yeah, he should take other good stuff on the.
Well, actually, let's think about this. So, so he's at +9. Assuming that red joins in the next move, he will be tied. Red has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 city points over here, and this guy has 3 points over here, canceling out with this guy. So, red will be at +5, and all blue has to do is just to score. Ooh, why?
Why not road, right?
Yeah, I mean, I see that he's pre-building a feature for him, but Zaharik might now find something sinister. He might block off. He might, well, given that he's kind of now desperate, he might do this and then connect later. Although it's iffy. I assume he counted the curves well enough. Yeah.
Why attacking that? It's not needed.
Yeah.
Why?
It seems to be.
It's
Well,
not needed.
We'll see. We'll see. What was? Okay. Yes, and now he will win.
Okay.
Because he will literally. He needs to score one more point anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that was kind of. It felt like an unnecessary risk. No.
You're right. So the field, yeah. But if he would have drawn the curve and also taking the other field, that was his chance. But unnecessary risk. You're right. It was only 9-point field. I don't know, but it's a GG for Arthur now. He has 1 meeple and he just needs to do some points.
Yeah, that's an amazing comeback actually, because he was in such a dire situation with this blocked meeple, but probably Red with a quite risky play over here had a slightly better chance, but trying to sort of conjure some kind of back-to-back connection, but too little, too late, and blue just needs to do literally anything, and that will be enough for them.
Yeah. Thank you for Elias and Marian being very active in the chat lately. They commented live the position, very good hints. So thanks for that. And also, Elias, you're right. So yeah, it was a crisis of time for both players, and also Arthur was on the edge. So here is the championship for Russia finally, right?
Yeah, what again, another rabbit out of the hat, another comeback. They were trailing 1-2, I think, and now they won 2-1. Vladimir with the win with the draw again with a narrow +6 against Samuelson, and now over here Arthur Kontrabayev with the rally against Sergei Zakharenko. Ooh. Oh wow! For Russian speakers,
what was that? Because
some certain 18+ language is being used in the chat, with all the positive emotions from the Russian players. So apparently, the Russian players are very happy with the win, and we congratulate them for that.
Yeah. Actually, it's more than 2 consecutive runner-ups pair, because they lost all the finals until now, 2 against Japan and 1 against Germany. So I believe they deserve it in the end. So they really had hard times.
Okay, good. And now I don't feel that bad against the semifinals anymore. I mean, so my team, the Latvian team, lost only 1 game, and that was against the European Championship. I think on our first year we can. It's not the worst so far. Generally, we're happy with how this year turned out. Thank you, Bernardo. Yes, the curse is broken, as
Yeah.
Elias has said, with this losing the finals. But again, the standard scenario for Russia. So just to remind you, Russia lost 2 games in the group stage. They lost 0-5 against Ukraine, and they lost 2-3 against Lithuania, who had like a really trouble of putting a team together at all, and then they were in a must-win situation long time before the playoffs started. Basically, the playoffs started for them on the third game of the match, and then they won in the first playoff rounds again against Catalonia. I think it was 3-2, another narrow duel. Then okay, the quarterfinals was quite convincing against Belarus, but even there, Vladimir had to win with a draw against the Belarusian player with a screen name Ivax. Then in the semifinal, Russia won against Latvia 4-1, which I'd say is a deserved win, and the result looked quite convincing. But actually, there was another comeback because the score. Basically the score was 1-0 for Latvia, and they were in all the 4 duels. The score was 1-1, so there were like 4 decider games, and Russia managed to make the comeback and win all of them. And now here another comeback again. Well, sort of comeback. It's just like depending on who finishes their game with. Van Alexey winning their game against 71st, and who was the other one who won the duel? Neanderthalica.
It's Neanderthalica, yeah, expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of nice words in the chat. In the meantime, we had a very great audience today.
Yeah,
so I
thank you
believe
so
there
much.
are a lot of nice
and also
friends
we have
in the chat.
kind of
Yeah.
record viewership as well. That's definitely helps. Oh, but speaking of this, can you also, like, if you like the stream, also like with the actual button, because that helps with the algorithm a lot. And please subscribe to this channel as well. I do game reviews, and I do Carcassonne puzzles and things like this. So definitely some of these games are going to be reviewed a little bit more in the detail quite soon. Right, we will be wrapping up quite soon. Maybe does anybody have anything they want to share or any questions to our guest, Bogdan, Curcan, or myself?
Let's wait some seconds, but yeah, in the meantime, a lot of nice words thanking us. But yeah, again, thanks guys for being here with us today. Also from the other side of the globe. Also, Mingo is here in the chat.
Hi, Kerry.
Greetings, Mingo. So a lot of hi, Kerry. So a lot of friends also from Americas. That's nice, very nice.
Yeah. Interesting comments in the chat. Obviously, that is congrats. And like the only 2 words from Mikhail, who doesn't participate in the chats, is like this translates as finally.
Yeah.
So that's.
But yeah, it was. I'm really glad for them. So Elias says that today is the final Brazilian team championship. I really watch the Twitch channel of Brazilians. I know when they are live. I sometimes join that, and I really enjoy that. So, Alexey, maybe we will consider next time to watch also other competitions, not only ours, because there is a lot of.
I
nice
actually
stuff
sometimes
going
do
on.
that. A couple of months ago, I streamed the U.S. National Championships, and to be honest, like I'll see if I have time for this. Actually, maybe we could make this happen, spontaneously. But why not? But I guess I'll just have to talk with some Brazilian players in private to see if I can arrange that.
Yep. Good. Any questions in the last seconds for us? Do you have anything to add, or we just wrap up, Alexey?
I actually just wanted to ask you. So you said you joined the Brazilian stream quite a bit. Like, as a speaker of a Romance language, like, do you understand Portuguese well enough to follow?
Yes. I really understand, and I can follow them. Yeah, it's really interesting that I can really understand. But if you ever watch that, they put a lot of spirit, a lot of emotions in the transmission. I really watched Conde sometimes. It was really, really, really fun.
Oh,
I really
that's
liked
great.
it. So I understand.
Yeah. Like I remember Bernardo Conde Berna. The first stream I watched was in Portuguese, but that was of the World Championship game where I was playing against a Colombian player, and Bernardo was rooting for the Colombian player. So it's kind of fun to watch as well. And I'm thinking, okay, I need to get this tile, and he's like, come on, let not Alexey get this tile. And then I won though, so it was fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Daniel, the World Team Carcassonne Championship, I'm not sure will it begin, but I think same time as last year would make sense, so sort of April-ish. I think, yeah, we could use a couple of months break from serious Carcassonne.
Yeah, we need the break anyway.
Right, wrapping it up then. Thank you so much for watching,
Yep.
everyone. Thank you so much, Bogdan, for joining. Hopefully that is not the last time when there are more tournaments. Of course, let's
I hope so.
arrange something.
I hope so also. So thank you for inviting me, Alexey. It was a pleasure for me. It was a really nice match this evening. Very, very close. So yeah, congrats to both teams. Congrats to
Yeah.
Russia for the first
Also,
gold
like even though
medal.
the Ukraine lost today, that's second. I mean, that's still their best result in the European Championship so far, and won all their games quite convincingly. Took down such formidable opponents as Poland.
Yep,
To be honest, I thought like that the
agree.
Poland was actually the favorite to win the championship. So, but there you have it. Alrighty.
Good. Then in 2 hours it's the tournament of Brazilian guys. If you have time, watch it. I wrote for them now in your stream, Alexey. Sorry for that. But yeah, yeah.
No problem
Good
at
luck,
all.
guys.
All right. Thank you very
Good.
much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
See you, everybody, and enjoy Carcassonne.